Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Kira Solomon, the founder of the Mother Hustler Movement, and you are watching Mother Hustler TV. I'm super excited about today's episode because in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the most impactful mindset and motivational books that I've read. And these are books that I actually am going to be rereading in 2023. Okay, I'm going to try to reread them within the first 3 months of 2023. All of these books here that I'm going to share today because they really impacted my life as a businesswoman, as an entrepreneur. And after reading each of these books, I remember feeling so motivated. In fact, the first book that I'm going to share with you, I've actually never finished reading it. I own 2 copies of it. And I never finished reading it because after I start reading it, I feel so motivated to get started that I never actually get to the end. So I'm super excited to share all of these titles here with you guys today. They are all linked below in the description box. So if you're interested in checking out any of these books, please feel free to use my Amazon referral links below. Or if you're interested in listening to audiobooks, and also they have actual ebooks on this app as well. It's called Scribe. I'll put a link below where you can sign up and get access as well as a 30-day free trial. So please go check that out, okay? So let's just go ahead and get into it. Like I said, I want to share with you guys some of the books that have really helped me on my journey as an entrepreneur, helped me to just shift my mindset and become more motivated in really pursuing my dreams and my goals. So the first one is called Feel the Fear and Beyond by Susan Jeffries. And this book is really self-explanatory, right? This book gives you actual strategies for being afraid of things and transmuting that fear and using that fear to actually overcome obstacles and pursue your dreams and your goals. So if you are somebody that has ever struggled with the fear of actually accomplishing your dreams and your goals, which I know some people might say that's crazy, but it is an actual thing, okay? This is going to help you. This is going to help you deal with your fears of facing uncomfortable situations, anything that you may be afraid of on your journey to becoming a better you. So I definitely recommend you go and check this book out. The other version that I have is like an updated version, the 20th anniversary edition or something like that. So they're both really good. Like I said, I've actually never completed this book because every time I start reading it, I feel so motivated to get started that I never get to the end. So that's the first one. The second book that I want to recommend to you, this is a book that I actually often purchase for friends and people who are close to me, people that I just feel led to give to, because it's actually a pretty inexpensive book when you think about how valuable it is, okay? So typically you can purchase a copy of this book for like $5 or less on Amazon, and it's called The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. And this book literally transformed my life, the way I think about prayer, the way I think about asking God for things that I would like to experience, things that I would like to manifest, goals that I set for myself, and how I really think about my words, how I use my words, how I use my thoughts, how I use my power as an individual. So I don't want to really get too deep into this book, but we definitely are going to talk about this inside of the Mother Hustler Facebook group. So if you're not already a member of the community, please go over there. The link is below for you to go and join our free community so you can get in on the conversation where we talk more about manifestation, motivation, mindset, and motherhood. But this book, as you can see in the subtitle, A Prosperity Classic, this book was truly impactful and transformational when it comes to how I just pursue life and how I see my goals. Okay, so if this has been helpful for you so far, make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe on this video. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a video that we post. And also, as I said before, make sure that you go and join our Facebook community where we share more tips and advice, and also have conversations around the topics that I talk about here on the channel. Okay, so if you want to get involved, if you want to build sisterhood with other like-minded individuals, that is the place for us to do that. Okay. The third book that I'm gonna recommend to you guys is another favorite and very, very impactful for me, and this is called The Instant Millionaire. And again, this is another book that truly transformed the way that I think about myself in terms of my self-worth, the value that I bring to the table, and my relationship with money. And so I truly recommend that you read this book again and again and again. This is actually the next book that I'm going to be reading because, like I said, it helped me to transform the way I thought about myself as a businesswoman, the value that I brought to the table for my clients and the people that I serve, and what all of that is truly worth in this world. So read this one, boo, okay? The next one is a favorite, and I actually like to recommend this to my male friends a lot because a lot of men can relate to this. But I love sports. I'm not an athlete. I don't particularly like watching sports, regularly. But the concept of competing athletically in really any type of sport, be it basketball or lacrosse or soccer or ice skating, anything gymnastics that requires training and consistency and discipline is very, very interesting to me. And so this book, Relentless: From Good to Great to Unstoppable, was written by Tim Grover, and this quote on the front is actually by Kobe Bryant, but Tim is I want to say like a physical trainer, physical therapist for high performance athletes. And in this book, he talks about the things that distinguishes average professional athletes from high performing professional athletes, and how they really set themselves apart. So this book had me up at 2 o'clock in the morning, like, get it together, sweetheart. Okay, it's time to go harder. All right, so if you feel like you need a kick in the butt, you feel like you need some motivation, inspiration to get up and get out and do something, this book is definitely going to help you with that. There are so many amazing takeaways. I can go on and on and on. Definitely, this is a book you want to check out. Okay. This next book is actually one of my all-time favorites. Like, when people ask me what is my favorite book, as you guys can tell, I am a reader. When people ask me what is my favorite book, I often mention Good to Great, because Good to Great was probably one of the first books that I truly fell in love with, in terms of being about a topic that was interesting to me post-college, that like touched on all of my professional interests, touched on my communication styles, my brain style, all of that type of stuff. And so Good to Great is basically a book about, it's written by Jim Collins, and it's actually in a series of books where he did, I want to say, a 10-year study on 10 different companies in 5 different industries. So 2 businesses per industry. And one of the businesses was considered great, the best in the industry at the time, and then one of them was just considered good. And they did comparisons among these businesses and the things that stood out, and they actually analyzed so many areas of the business. So it's actually, I think this is number 2 in the 3, it's either 3 or 4 books, I can't recall for sure, but I know there are at least 3 books in the series about these companies that they studied over this span of time to be able to develop these takeaways and the things that distinguish good companies from great companies. And so that's what they talk about in this book. It's backed up with a lot of facts. It's backed up with a lot of research. So that's impressive to me. But the stuff also makes sense, right? It's tangible actionable things that I can do as an entrepreneur to strengthen myself, become better in whatever area or industry I'm in, and ultimately become great, right? Or at least pursue greatness. And I think that's really the theme of all of these books that I'm sharing with you guys today, is that the key to success is really about pursuing greatness for yourself, whatever that means for you, right? It's going to look different for each one of us, but all of these books are going to help you to really tap into what is that big vision, that big dream that you have for yourself, that you want to give your time, attention, energy, power to in 2023. So that's what I hope to bring you guys more of on the channel. I do have one final book that I want to share with you guys, and like I said, I'm going to link to all of these books down below in the description box, as well as to an amazing app that I use called Scribe, which allows me to listen to audiobooks, which I do while I'm at the gym, or if I'm driving on a long drive and I don't want to just listen to the radio. Sometimes listening to music is great, but sometimes if I know I'm going to be in a car for a while, I want to make good use of that time. So I might take a 30 or 45-minute drive and turn it into a learning session. Just a little tip. But this final book is called The 1 Minute Millionaire. And this book is actually 2 books in one, right? So let me see if I can open a page. Yeah. So on the one side, there is, principles where they walk you through understanding particular aspects of wealth and wealth accumulation. And on the other side of this book is a story about a woman who has lost custody of her children and has to have $1 million in 90 days in order to get her children back. And as a mom, this book really hit me in the gut, you guys, because it asks the question, if I had to make $1 million in 90 days, right? Everybody says, yeah, I would do it. If I had to make $1 million in 90 days, could I do it? But how would I do it? And asking yourself that question and really strategizing that problem, this book really takes you on that journey. Doing that is an amazing exercise, in my opinion, at the beginning of the year, right? Even if you could not fathom circumstances under which you would be in that same situation, the reality is all of us have children. All of us can relate to doing literally anything to save our children's lives, right? To save our children so that we can be the ones that raise them, that pour into them, that help them to become the amazing people that they were sent here to be. So this book is challenging. This book is exciting. I don't want to give you any spoilers, but it is definitely a page turner, and it looks like it's a heavy read, but trust me, it's worth it. I actually wrote myself a note in this book when I got it, and that was really a marker for me to say how long after reading this book did I fully tap into all of the gifts, talents, and resources that God has given me to become a millionaire, to make my first $1 million. So I really challenge you guys to read at least one or even more of these books this month if you can, and comment below. Share with me which titles you're interested in. If you've read any of these books, share with me your feedback, your review. Make sure you check out the links below if you're interested in purchasing them, and click on the link to join our Facebook community so that you can connect with other like-minded individuals, and talk about books and other motivating and inspirational things. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. If you like this video, if you watched this until this point, please put a comment below. Just give me some money bags or something to let me know that you will make your first $1 million. If not this year, then definitely in 2024, but you well on your way, sweetheart. All right, so I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys later. Bye.